You said the puffy call and said, was that us? And you didn't not say anything. I didn't not say anything. No doubt you're correct. Yes, he loved Tupac. We, as a whole, realize that we realize that about a portion of the talks he said. He said the very that emerged from Parkmouth, great business. Not to be found in open. However, the person that you've contrived to carry out a homicide with why you all didn't get Orlando number one. Orlando didn't sit in one spot right. Orlando realized that you folks realized that he did it precisely. No doubt previous gangster Keith D has emerged to blame music tycoon Diddy for paying him $1 million to complete a hit on rap legends Tupac Shakur and Suge Knight huge D cases. He declined the proposition, yet the ramifications of such a proposition have staggered the hip-bounce local area. What might Tiddy's inspirations at any point be? Is there whatever else in question? The fact of the matter is at long last starting to arise the suspect in Tupac's homicide case. Keith D has given a few captivating insights about the fight that killed quite possibly of the most persuasive rapper ever. The individual from the South Group recognizes that he was effectively partaking in the occurrence due to the $1 million he would procure, yet he got no pay. It should be $1 million that Zip should bring back, yet he wound up keeping the cash, purchasing a club with it. Never got any cash. You never for anything. D likewise conceded that when his home was attacked, he told Puffy that he was running short on ammo in light of the fact that their weapons were being taken. I said I was about to get a bread from Puff to get us a few firearms, since they continued to strike our homes taking our firearms. And there was sources that was paying attention to this entire discussion. That as well as Joanne Keith proceeded to make sense of the squabble that occurred on the critical evening of September 13, 1996. You express that as your driving up towards the BMW with safeguard driving and Tupac in the front seat. As per D, the shooting started when Keith saw Tupac pulling out something from his pocket and confused it with a gun. As per Keith profound, he was a traveler in the white Cadillac. The evening of the occurrence, he wouldn't name some other suspects, yet he confirmed that the shooter was Orlando Anderson, his nephew. He uncovered this by expressing that he was passing on from malignant growth. Enduring, you say, ought to investigate. He sees you. He takes a gander at you to flavor things up. Reggie Wright Jr. says something regarding the charge that Tiddy was engaged with Tupac's passing from individuals around Park. During that time was that Park was simply concerned in light of the fact that a Stretch knew a portion of those different folks, and he was somewhat transferring data. Allies trust Reggie's variant of occasions. Yet they are additionally worried for his security, feeling like Reggie realizes he's leaving. On foundation of uncertainty and putting all the data out there, some of them suspect Reggie is concealing something. I feel like this person has much more data he's not letting us know, despite the fact that Suit was right close to the killed rapper. He has not emerged and said who shot him in Tupac, which can be one reason it took such a long time to find the genuine culprit. Oak certain well. I mean, so when he emerges from sedation, sure anyone that Yugu shot them right? Yet no, if the police say no one shot him, I accept no one shot it. And in the event that no one shot him, that is the very no one that shot Tupac. When Sud was blamed for being familiar with Tupac's homicide, he answered as follows, said, hello, in no way, shape or form, definitely you understand what I mean. No, I don't get out like that. One thing individuals must understand, it's mom-conceived rules around here. As you can see, even those Suits denied knowing who the culprit was. He obviously off about Diddy for quite a long time. There's presumably a condition in your agreement that is too little to even think about perusing. Those states you either vanish or pass on. When it arrives at it said, say thanks to God Cassie, at long last had the sound judgment to leave and wed another person on the off chance that we take a gander at Al Beecher's circumstance. He was chipping away at a narrative about his life when he fell into a trance-like state. Al Beecher had recently awoken and was in correspondence with Puma, and she communicated her help and euphoria that they can in any case impart through text. Since Al is living, not every person who was connected with P. Diddy was essentially as lucky as certain bad-tempered casualties. Included Andra Harrell, the organizer behind Uptown Records, who passed on from a cardiovascular failure at 59 years old. He was the public essence of dark culture and way of life. In a 1992 meeting with the Los Angeles Times, Andra characterized his vocation objectives as follows: I want to bring genuine dark America, similarly as it isn't watered down to individuals, wherever through music, through films, through all that we do tragically virtuoso rap. The existence influence of dark culture kicked the bucket before he could even understand his motivation. Wadey D1, more senior establishing individual from Uptown Records, was additionally killed by Diddy's greed. As per news reports, he was found dead on his kitchen floor. And the reason for death gives off an impression of being a respiratory failure, yet his friends and family are as yet anxious to dive more deeply into what has been taken cover. Behind the blinds, one of his fans honored him, saying the legend might have left us yet. He will reside on in our soul's whip. Wadey D gone, yet not failed to remember an extremely sharp fan reviews, Puffy taking cash from a foundation occasion. He personally facilitated, I recollect. When this happened, the occasion was oversold and the cash raised for a noble cause vanished Puffy Jennifer. And Wadey D skated on so miserable for such countless families, lost such a lot of that day. Thank you for raising the verifiable truth. As individuals put these symbols on platforms, yet, at the actual base of them, one can see they have no substance and are made of earth. Huck has consistently figured out how to bring in cash off one's hopelessness. God favor all who endure this occurrence. And his manner of speaking and foolish ways with Diddy's penances, we should not fail to remember Kim Watchman's horrendous passing. As per the underlying coroner report, the reason for death that was pneumonia. At this point, she was the longest-serving representative of Uptown Records. As well as Diddy's own associate, her passing was tested further, and a few stunning realities were uncovered by one more coroner's report. There was no known history of medication abuse or drinking, and no side effects of injury as per the review. Assuming Watchman had traveled to Africa prior to turning out to be sick, she had no medical problems when she got back from her excursion. Panther accepts Kim was harmed and suggested that the culprit was, in all honesty, Diddy himself. Even after such a long time, fans are questionable about the style model's unexpected end. As one of them put it, there is something so strange about this, others confess to channel by communicating horrendously clear realities. What it to me was she had cash, had the best federal medical care and medical care protection admittance to the best specialists. And on the off chance that it was straightforward pneumonia, she didn't need to kick the bucket. From that, I accept somebody harmed that lady, very much like what ended up pimping C1. More reality was added to the rundown. No one is discussing the way that her dearest companion, Kim or Allegis, expelled after Kim Dorman's demise. She hasn't said single word. It is conceivable